Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Windy Udaswi and I am from Group 8. Today, our group will discuss about the translating text related to law. Firstly, you need to know that a translation text related to law is called a legal translation. So here, I am as the first speaker will explain the brief introduction to legal translation. So what is legal translation? Legal translation is a translation of text within the field of law. As law is a culture-dependent subject field, this legal translation is not necessarily linguistically transparent, but translation can be avoided by using some Latin legal terminology. What is a Latin legal terminology? It is an originally Latin words that used as a term in law. For example, the word a priori, it's mean an earlier. It's the example of Latin legal terminology. So this intransparency could become a misunderstanding. But misunderstanding in a legal translation could result an unfavorable result, such as avoidable lawsuit. So to avoid this unfavorable result, we need to use the Latin legal terminology. The translator should use that terminology. Legal translation is thus usually done by a specialized law translators. This legal translator often consult to a specialized bilinguals or a polyglot law dictionary. What is a polyglot law dictionary? It is a dictionary that includes a term of legal term or manufacturing terms and another term that used in the law field. Conflict over the legal impact of a translation could be avoided by mentioning that the text is, first, the text is authentic, or the second, the text is a convenience text. Why should we mention that? Because the courts only apply the authentic text and not rely to the convenience translation in adjusting rights and duties. So in his book, Nielsen states that apart from terminological lacunae, textual convention in the source language are often culture dependent and may not correspond to convention in the target culture. So from that statement, we can conclude that to produce a proper and good legal translation, we should find the linguistic, social, and cultural equivalence between the source text and the target text. In the courts, juries may ask interpreters and translators to provide verbatim translation. What is a verbatim translation? It is a word-by-word translation. But this translation is undesirable due to different grammar structures. So this word-by-word translation could turn out to be a complete nonsense in the target language. Jurists asking for verbatim translation are likely making the lay misconception that an accurate translation is achieved by substituting the correct word. So I think that is all about the introduction of legal translation. The next is about how to translate text related to law, and it is will explained by Nafa. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, I'm Nama Zafira. I'm a speaker 2 from Group 8. Now I will describe about how to translate text related to law. The language used in law is changing. Many lawyers are now adopting a plain English style, but there are still legal phrases that baffle non-lawyers. These terms and explanations are for the law in England and Wales. It is important for translator to use the correct terms in translating text related to law. For the example, short text payung hukum and the target text is law umbrella. It is not correct term because there is specific term to describe payung hukum and in English which is legal protection. The next material is specific terms related to law. The first is absolute discharge. In Indonesia is pelaksanaan kewajiban mutlak. Affectation in Indonesia is pembebanan. The next is affidavit. In Indonesia is pernyataan tertulis di bawah sumpah. Certificate of good standing in Indonesia is sertifikat hak usaha.
I think that's all the presentation about translating text related to law. We hope all participants can understand. Thank you for attention. See you, bye-bye. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.